Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another movie review. And I said I was going to do this review Monday Night Raw, which I stated at the end of my SmackDown review. But I did get a chance to see this film, and this review is going to be on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and stars the voices of Shameik Moore, Jake Johnson, Hailee Steinfeld, Lily Tomlin, John Mulaney, Nicolas Cage, Liev Schreiber, among others who did voices in the film. And this was a film that I was looking forward to after seeing the trailers, and they also gave, I think it was like a 10-minute scene from this film that was at the end of the after credits, which was the second after credit after during the Venom film, which got us hyped and interested in seeing this film. And I saw the film today, which the film releases tomorrow, and I gotta say, I loved this movie. It was a fun movie. It was a good Spider-Man animated film, and I had a blast with this film. It was a fun time at the theater watching this film. And basically, what the movie's about is it's about the Miles Morales character, Spider-Man, and we get the origin story of his character and how he became, Spider-Man, where he gets bitten by a radioactive spider while he's down in a abandoned subway tunnel. He was down there with his uncle, and we just start to see, him develop these powers and become Spider-Man. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed the Miles Morales character. Very interesting character, very likable. You get attached to this character, and I thought the way how they portrayed the Miles Morales character in this film, I thought they did it really well. It was good. It was really good. And basically, Miles Morales stumbles upon this accelerator that was built by Kingpin, aka Wilson Fisk, who was voiced by Liev Schreiber. And this accelerator can access to parallel universes, which we find out contains people, Spider people who share the talents just like Miles Morales. And they all have to team up and take on the Kingpin and also destroy his accelerator. And that's basically the plot to the film without revealing spoilers. But like I said, really enjoyed the Miles Morales character. Miles Morales is voiced by Shameik Moore, and they did a good job with his character. And the film plays out like a comic book. You're watching a comic book on screen, because in scenes you get like those boxes that's like, there was one scene that said, somewhere in Queens. And if you saw, like, there's a scene where Miles is like falling, and he screams, and then you see like going down. So it plays out like a comic. It plays out like a comic book, which I really liked about the film. And the film, we get character development when the spider characters, when they come out of the universe, the alternate universes. We meet Gwen Stacy, who is voiced by Hailee Steinfeld. We find out that she's Spider-Woman, and we get like a little backstory on her. And we also get Peter Parker, Spider-Man Noir, who was voiced by Nicolas Cage, who is from 1930s universe, because this film is set in a shared multiverse called the Spider-Verse, which of course features alternate universes. So we got Nicolas Cage, who voiced Spider-Man Noir. We got like a little backstory of him and how he became that Spider-Man. We also had Peter B. Parker, aka Spider-Man, who was voiced by Jake Johnson, who was Miles's mentor, and his version of Spider-Man is a disheveled version. Like we see, like he's a little fat, and we get Peter Parker, Spider-Ham, voiced by John Mulaney, who was a who's a pig version of Spider-Man from a cartoon-like universe. So we get like a little, we also get like a little backstory on him. Also, Penny Parker, who is this Japanese girl from a anime-like universe, and she has like this bi-mechanical suit, Spider-Man mechanical suit that that has like a radioactive spider. So we get like a little something with her character. So yeah, so every this Miles Morales and Peter B. Parker and Spider-Ham and Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker, we all get a little bit of backstory about them, but it doesn't go into full detail, like very backstory. But I really liked the animation. There are times where I was like, oh, did they mistakenly put on the the 3D version, because the film is being released in 3D and in IMAX and IMAX 3D. But I did see the film in regular 2D, and there are times where I was questioning it. I was like, the animation looks 3D to me. Like, did the theater mistakenly put the 3D version on? I was like, no, because there were times where it looked 3D, and then there were times where it looked regular, and they were using like stop animation. So I really loved the animation in the film. The characters I really enjoyed. They were very interesting. The story, I really loved the story, and the humor. The movie's very funny, and it was good. It was good humor in the film. And I really would like to see a sequel to this film. Continuing with the Miles Morales character. And I know that they're planning to do sequels and spin-offs, which I read are in development. And this film was actually brought up in the Sony hacking, which happened in November of 2014. So when Sony got hacked, it was announced that they were developing a animated Spider-Man film. So that was brought up during that Sony hack. And there were many references to in this film to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man films and Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man films. There was a little of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but with slight differences because of the alternate universe from those films. So, but overall, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I really loved the film. It was a very enjoyable film, very fun. film. I would recommend it to you all who are fans of Spider-Man, who really enjoy the Miles Morales Spider-Man, version of Spider-Man. If you read the comics, if you read the Miles Morales Spider-Man comics, you all will really love this film. It's definitely a fun time at the movies with this film. Just very enjoyable, very enjoyable 2 hours. Because I know like the film is like an hour, and I think it's like an hour and 46 minutes. The film is, so it's close to 2 hours. So, but overall, it's a very fun film. You all would enjoy it. I would recommend it. So, yes. Anyways, that's it for my review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Thank you all for watching, and definitely give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, I'll see you all later. Oh, and I forgot to mention, they did do a tribute for Stan Lee at the end of the film, which that was really cool to see. A little tribute, and also Stan Lee had a cameo, a voice cameo in the film, which it's maybe kind of sad, because this was the last film that he done, and sad that he's no longer with us now. So, but it was cool that they put it. It was really cool and respectful that they put in tribute to Stan Lee. So, yeah. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until next video, I'll see you all later. Bye.